What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 57 of the Good Point Bro podcast. My name is Caden. This is my little bro Cam.
Don't sleep.
Don't sleep, baby. We're going to try something new today, so please try to stay along with us. We got three 3-minute topics, two 10-minute topics. Well, actually, one 10-minute topic, two 5-minute topics, and then we got clips for you guys. So we're going to try to roll through each one. For now, there's nothing on the screen, but later on, maybe we'll get some stuff going on the screen. But if you're listening, watching, whatever you're doing, hope you guys enjoy it. We're going to start out with our first 3-minute topic. Go ahead and start the timer in 3, 2. All right, so the Baltimore Ravens have gone all in on Odell. They gave him $15 million guaranteed, which is remarkable. I don't know if this is a last-ditch effort just to try to keep Lamar Jackson.
They're desperate.
It's pretty rough, and he has the potential to win 18 mil, or not win, but earn 18
To
million.
give him $15 million guaranteed when that dude's been hurt so many times in his career is insane.
I think the reason that they became desperate in the first place was, I believe this week, I want to say it was tomorrow, if not tomorrow, the next day, he was supposed to fly to New York and meet with the Jets regarding signing and playing with Aaron Rodgers, which is on Aaron Rodgers' list of get done.
That, for the Jets' sake, I don't like it. I wish they would have signed that for Aaron Rodgers because I want to see them make that work. I want the New York Jets to be good. But going back to the Ravens, you are the Baltimore Ravens. You are one of the best franchises in NFL history, and you give $15 million guaranteed to a receiver who gets hurt throughout his whole career, just had an ACL tear, so we don't know how he's going to come back from that.
He hasn't played in 2 seasons.
Right. You don't have to sign Lamar Jackson. You have a good enough organization where players are going to want to come play for you, and you can go get another Joe Flacco type quarterback and compete. If I was the Ravens, I would have tried to draft to get a higher draft pick and to sign one of these quarterbacks that are young. Because this is a stacked quarterback draft. I wouldn't give a $200 million contract to Lamar when he's been hurt as well.
The only thing about that to me is Lamar, I think Lamar's in for a rude awakening that no one's giving him $200 million guaranteed. And the thing about it is, even though they got the franchise tag on him for $30 million, he's allowed to talk to the other team. I could see them getting Odell and then saying, come play for $30 million. And then Lamar saying, okay, I'm not worth $200 million guaranteed. And then lowering his expectations in the next offseason with the Ravens. And the biggest thing for me, it puts a big damper on the relationship between Lamar and the organization when he doesn't have an agent. When he's doing the conversations owner to player, it's going to cause, like, what word am I looking for? It's going to cause friction.
Division, yeah.
And he's going to take it out on the owner when really those players are normally behind the scenes and he can just be like, hey, no one's going to pay you that. And here's what they're going to offer. Here's what they're going to offer. What do you think? Do you like it in Baltimore? Like, it's not really – there's no animosity. What's up?
I think my gain's too high.
No, you're good.
Okay, I'm good. Yeah, but I think that if you're Lamar Jackson, though, you're kind of pissed because you just saw Deshaun Watson get $240 million.
Well, I think that's what happened. The Browns ruined the market.
The market is so bad.
The Browns ruined the market, but now the Browns won. They're also the most desperate. We got 20 seconds right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Browns are the most desperate organization in sports. So, yeah, they ruined the market, but I think the rest of the NFL is trying to say, hey, the market, we're going to bring it back to normal now.
But this is my thing before we move on. The Ravens are a good organization. They don't need to sign Lamar. That doesn't mean he's not worth $200 million for other franchises. I think there's plenty of franchises that would benefit giving him $200 million. Look at the top guys who are paid in the NFL. Aaron Rodgers, $50 million, didn't have a good season last year. Russell Wilson, complete trash. Kyler Murray is one of the top paid quarterbacks. He deserves $200 million in this NFL, 100%. Just if you're the Baltimore Ravens, don't give it to him.
Agreed. All right, moving over into the Mavs missed the play-in. Not only did they miss the play-in, they rest their starters for the last 2 games, basically forfeiting the season. You're pulling up stats. Basically forfeiting the season. Basically saying they don't even want to play in the playoffs. They don't think they stand a chance. It is honestly remarkable, the situation we're in right now. The Mavs trade multiple key pieces for Kyrie Irving, and then once they get them, they don't even make the play-in game. It's pretty much I don't know if I can remember anything similar to this. And seeing Kyrie Irving over the last few years, I would not be surprised whatsoever if he did not come back.
So you got a guy like Kyrie Irving, right? He's played 119 games in the last 3 seasons, which is awful. He has the leverage on the Mavericks. You can't be the Mavericks and you lose Jalen Brunson for nothing. The Kristaps Porzingis trade didn't work out at all. And now you trade midseason good picks and good pieces like Spencer Dinwiddie to the Brooklyn Nets, and then you lose Kyrie for nothing. So now if you're the Mavericks, you're in a situation where you have to give Kyrie Irving, who's played 119 games in the last 3 seasons, a big contract. That is one of the worst messes I've seen in the NBA in a long time. That's awful.
What I hate about it personally.
You don't even make the playoffs.
Right. What I hate most about it personally is when you look at the Mavs prior to the trade, they were what? The 5, the 6
They were
seed?
the 4 seed.
The 4 seed. Okay, so when you look at the Mavs prior to the trade, they're the 4 seed. They trade and bring in Kyrie. They then drop out of the play-in completely. Not only do they drop out of the play-in, they rest their starters, and they don't even play in the last 2 games, completely forfeiting the season entirely. I don't understand the mindset. I don't understand the culture. And not only this, I can see lately Luka Doncic, the reports from Dallas are saying that Luka Doncic, if there is not major changes this offseason,
2024,
will ask for a trade.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him one bit. And we've talked about this multiple times.
We said if he stays on the Mavericks, he will not win a championship.
I wholeheartedly believe Luka as a career will win more titles outside of the city of Dallas than he will inside of it.
I agree 100%. And another thing about it, this is a crazy stat for you. The Mavs are the first team to be a 4 seed and to miss the playoffs since 1977. So this is just a complete embarrassment, disaster. But hold on,
that they're playing.
But granted, this is the Western Conference was really weird this year. A bunch of teams were just jumbled up. I'll give you that. But to be the 4 seed, trade for Kyrie, everybody thinks you're kind of a contender. I didn't, because I knew that their defense was going to be straight trash. I said that. You can go back and look at it. We got the tape. But to lose and to miss the playoffs, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's like everywhere Kyrie goes, besides when he's with LeBron James, everything fails and it just crumbles, and it's disgusting. I can't talk about it anymore. It's terrible. Rough. It's terrible.
Yeah, and to go back to that stat that you were saying about first time since 97 or 77, you said?
Yeah.
The first time since 77. It makes it even more embarrassing that now 10 teams make the playoffs. And it's 77, there's only 18 playoffs.
Yeah, and to give more context to that stat, it's at the All-Star break, or like 50 games in or something like that.
Yeah, it's got to be something, because I bet there's teams that were 4 seed.
Yeah. It was like 50 games in or something, like a pretty significant mark, and they ended up missing the playoffs.
Right.
So that hasn't happened in a long time.
All right, those 3 minutes are up. We're moving over into Israel Adesanya in the UFC. So Adesanya had lost 3 times to this guy, 2 outside of the UFC, once inside of the UFC for the belt, and now he finally gets his revenge. One of the coolest celebrations I've ever seen. Knocks him out, 3 arrows, because he lost 3 times, and then he broke the bow, like saying you're not going to beat me anymore. Pretty dope. A lot of people liked. I think his name's pronounced Pereira.
Alex Pereira.
A lot of people liked him a lot. I did see a clip that made me like Pereira a little bit when Adesanya was talking about him in kickboxing after he had beat him twice. Adesanya was on his way to getting the belt in the UFC, and he had said something along the lines of, yeah, that guy's going to be able to tell his kids, oh, I got to fight that guy one day. I beat that guy in kickboxing. Basically saying that he's going to end up being a nobody. Yeah. And then Pereira works his way to the top, beats him for the belt. So, I mean, it's definitely a cool story, but obviously he ended up losing. Outside of that, or did you have any comments on that?
Yeah, I just think, I remember I didn't even, watch that fight because I was so disinterested because Adesanya's past fights have been so boring and they've been so technical. And I get, he's a tactician, but he just, you got to see knockouts. Knockouts make the UFC, and he hasn't been doing it. So that's huge for Adesanya's career to get a knockout like that.
100%. And against that guy in that moment.
To get revenge like that.
Early.
Yeah.
Yeah, he stunned him.
So now, next Adesanya fight, I'll watch it.
Hit him with the Francis Ngannou hammer fist as well. And then
the McGregor hammer fist against Aldo.
Yeah. And then after that, Jorge Masvidal decides to hang up the cleats, which... Good.
Smart.
It's
good. 4 straight losses. Don't be the guy that loses 10 in a row before he gets the idea that he should retire.
Silva and
it's
Ferguson.
Smart.
Ferguson's next. But anyway, Jorge Masvidal, basically the flying knee was the best and the worst thing that ever happened to him. It made him a household name. It was crazy. The fastest knockout in UFC history. Ended Ben Askren's career, basically. But dude throws a knee every 4 seconds in a fight. It's like he's hitting Y on a controller.
Yeah, but the thing is first of all, there's no bad from it because it made him a household name. It got him a lot of money. He's on all these he's on all these podcasts now, and a fighter's life is super short. He got in, he got out, he got what he needed to get.
I don't know if he did.
He has money. He's straight. He's straight. The flying knee did way more good than bad for Jorge Masvidal, for sure.
Yeah,
There
but
was no-
I mean, it completely changed the trajectory of his entire career. Like even, I can't think of a fight since Ben Askren where he didn't just throw a knee either right off the bat for whatever reason. Like Colby Covington, remember that? Colby Covington,
Yeah.
they both ran out and he just threw a knee. The best thing that happened to Masvidal that really made him like, oh, this guy might be legit is the first time he fought Usman was off like 3 weeks notice or 2 weeks notice, and it was a close fight.
It went all 5 rounds.
Yep. So that's all for that topic. So we're gonna move over into our first 10-minute topic. The NBA playoffs are finally here. We're super hype about it. As you guys know, at Good Point, bro, we like the NBA. So, let's start here. Suns Clippers in round 1 is going good. It's got it. Suns Clippers in round 1, and then also, you got the Warriors and the Kings. But let's start with Suns Clippers. Suns Clippers. Right now, it looks like the only person that's going to be out that series is Paul George. Regardless of Paul George healthy or not, I like the Suns to win that series. I told Cameron I could easily see the Suns winning in 5. Now, I don't know. It's a little bit iffy because I do think the Clippers were trying wholeheartedly to win that game in the last game of the year. And the Suns didn't even play their starters, and it was a nail biter. And that's
Well, that happens. That happens. That's fine.
But 7 times, I cannot see the Clippers beating that Suns team 4 times. The Suns are 8-1 with Kevin Durant.
They are 8-0, I believe.
9-0.
Yeah, I don't think they have a loss.
So I think they're 9-0 with Kevin Durant. I don't see them sweeping the Clippers. I'm sure the Clippers get one. It's obviously going to be a fun rivalry because you have, Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant. And remember the last time they fought or they played in the playoffs against each other with the Warriors and the Thunder?
Yeah.
That was one of the most hype series.
No, the
ever.
Warriors and the Thunder didn't play in the playoffs. It was the regular season. They just missed each
Christmas
other.
Day?
Nah, they just had a few regular season battles that were really good. And,
Oh.
yeah, but
thought it was something special.
I love that Russell Westbrook's on the Clippers, and if they win this series, Russell Westbrook's just going to go crazy. I would love for him to get his revenge.
Have you seen that picture of Russ on the
Talking-
floor at Memphis?
No, what are you talking about?
Go ahead and say what you're going to say. I'll pull it up.
But I think I like this series to go 7. I think that the Clippers are going to compete well in the playoffs. I think Kawhi Leonard's been playing super well. I think he's on a mission. I think it's going to be a coin toss to see who's the best player in that series between him and Kevin Durant. I mean, I really like Kawhi Leonard in this series. Terrence Mann, they have a lot of depth. They have good shooting. Paul George, he's not going to play the first game, but he has a good chance to come back in this series. I think if he does, that'll be a huge boost for them. But if I'm the Clippers, I really don't understand why they tried to win that game yesterday. If you lose, you're still like 95% sure that you're going to be the 6th seed and you play the Kings. I don't understand why they went all out and won that game, and now they're having the best team in the Western Conference, the Suns, a first-round matchup. So I don't really get that thought process. Maybe they were just thinking, like, if we're going to play them anyway, so we might as well get it over with now. But
I don't know.
If I was the Clippers, I would have tried to lose that game.
It seems as
honestly.
though everyone was trying to get the 5 seed, which is very interesting.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean, the
even
Warriors.
Even the Lakers against the Clippers, at some point in that game, they knew that if they won, they were going to be the 5, and if they lost, they were going to be either the 6 or the 7, and they still tried to win the game. It's very interesting. Which, as a Lakers stan or fan or whatever, seeing the Lakers you would have to think I don't want to see the Suns at least into the Western Conference Finals, and even then I might not want to see.
Especially because you just got. I mean, they've been playing really well since the trade, but you still want to see more continuity with the Lakers, especially going through the playoffs. But I think the Lakers got a huge dub being the 17 to play in because I believe that they're going to win that game, and we'll get into that later. But
I was about to say
you win that game. You play the Grizzlies, which I think that they should be favored in. No,
I wait for this. Hold on. Yeah, I agree. We'll get right into that in just a second. First, let's finish with the Suns Clippers, unless you don't have anything else to say.
Yeah, I got the Clips winning that series.
Really?
Yeah,
that's nuts.
I'm thinking more in my heart, but
yeah,
the other thing would make me more happy than
the Suns in 5.
If Russell Westbrook got his revenge on the Suns, which originally I wanted the Warriors play the Suns. Whatever is worse for Kevin Durant's legacy, I'm in favor in because I dislike him more than anybody.
Yeah, I like Russ. I like.
And if imagine if the Warriors were the 5th seed and rolled up to KD and beat him, how bad would that be for Kevin Durant?
Yeah,
I mean that would be devastating.
It would definitely look rough.
Team hopped again and he still lost.
Yeah, and it's not like the Suns are a slouch of a team. Like they just made the finals 2 years ago.
No, they're not. They have Devin
Like, it's
Booker on
just funny-
any given night can be
It's
the
just
best
funny
player
how
on the
Russ can
floor.
just, or how KD can just go to these teams and no one gives a crap.
Yeah.
Like no one's like, oh, these rings don't count. He's the team operator.
The ring. It's not that the ring doesn't count, but him not being on the team the whole year, that means something to me.
Yeah.
He didn't go through the actual grind. He just team hopped, played 8 games in the regular season. That ring doesn't mean as much.
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
Not only that, but I hate to bring this to a GOAT argument, but basically what I was thinking is when you look at a lot of people say that LeBron is just a team hopper. He goes from team to team. He doesn't really stick anywhere. He has no loyalty. The thing about LeBron that people don't understand as well is the era of team hopping did not benefit LeBron. Like, yeah, he was able to
help him as much as it hurt him.
Right. Yeah, he was able to go to the Heat. He was able to go back to the Cavs once they had Kyrie. He was also in a place where he just beat the Warriors at 73-9, and KD team hops to the Warriors and beats them twice.
Also, what happened in the first Cavalier run with the Boston Celtics when they got Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen? What happened with that? Did that benefit LeBron? Because that was originally the first super team, and he still took them to 7 games with that trash Cavaliers team. So it has hurt him as much as it has helped him in his career. Arguably, it hurt him worse.
All right, and then moving over into the Kings Warriors. The Kings have the best offense in the NBA. Sabonis, Fox, obviously Malik. What?
I
Malik
can't.
Monk has stepped up. You're just a hate. You're just. It's just not even gonna be close. You're crazy.
How can the
Warriors are like 8-30?
Yeah, but how could the Warriors aren't losing this series? Like it might go 6 games. It's probably gonna go 6 games. I'll give it that. But the Warriors, they're not gonna lose to the Kings in the first round. It's not gonna happen. I give my flowers to the Kings. They've had a great year. Coach of the year with Mike Brown. Malik Monk's played well. De'Aaron Fox, all those guys. Sabonis. They're not going to beat the Warriors in a first round series. It's not going to happen. But I mean, good for them that they made the playoffs.
So first of all, the Warriors are absolutely garbage on the road. Not only that, I think they're 8-30 on the road. Not only that, they've been very streaky. They've been streaky. You got to admit.
I know, but they seem like they're playing good at the right time right now. They ended the season well.
Yeah, they are ending the
season well.
I agree.
Is Wiggins back officially?
I've not heard anything about it.
I don't
that's
think
got to
he's
be
back
one of the
officially.
weirdest situations I've ever seen.
If Wiggins doesn't come back, I say the Warriors win in 7. Mm-hmm. But if he does come back, I say they'll win in 5 or 6. But I still got the Warriors either way. I'm still rolling with the Warriors.
The goofiest thing I've ever seen because I guess he's out for like personal reasons. Now, what I will say about the Warriors organization, if you just look at the Warriors as an organization, most of the guys they drafted or traded for, and even the ones that they traded for were in situations to where if you look back on those trades, they're the beneficiary of them. So their organization is spot on as far as team personnel. And when something like an Andrew Wiggins thing goes on and
they still know how to maintain.
First of all, they win games still. Yeah. But more importantly, no one knows what's happening. Like, no one knows his thing. Think about every other organization. If something personal is going on, somebody's leaking that. Yeah. Somebody is. Somebody's like, hey,
the only thing you can think about is somebody filmed Draymond punching.
Somebody leaked and that was a huge deal to the organization.
Yeah,
too.
They were pissed.
Yeah, they
were pissed about that. But
I mean, that stuff.
They remind me so much of the Bulls in the '90s, just being able to replenish guys. Nothing seems to affect them. I mean, even when Michael Jordan left the Bulls, they still won 55 games. Could have easily went to the finals. I mean, the Warriors are an organization that knows how to win, and no matter what comes at their way, they just handle adversity better than any other organization in the NBA. And that's why I don't think a team like the Kings, who is their first year being like this, that they can take out the Warriors. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah. And I also have to give credit where credit's due. Klay Thompson looks nasty, and I think he's really turned his career back around because I remember fresh off the injury, people were pretty much like, all right,
he's like a role player now.
Yeah, it's pretty much it. And now he's had some night. Didn't he drop like 16 in the third one night? Has had multiple 30-point games.
Yeah, he dropped like 50 maybe multiple times this year. I mean, don't let Klay get hot because when he gets hot, he's hotter than anyone else in the league.
Dude.
He really has remember the microwave badge in 2K? He got that on Hall of Fame better than anybody in the league. I mean, that dude.
Not only that,
ridiculous.
Don't let the Warriors as a team
get that confidence.
If the Warriors get hot and they start hitting threes and they start winning games, it's trouble.
Yes,
it's trouble for everyone, and especially because the Lakers are now on that side.
I do like the Lakers matchup with the Warriors way more than the Suns, though. The Lakers have played the Warriors well the last 2 years.
Did Mom leave or something?
Maybe, I don't know.
Anyway, sorry guys. Our dog Allie started to bark.
We got
As
one more
she does.
series, right?
No.
That's it.
I mean,
Yeah.
we can talk about one of the E series, but I don't think.
Nah, that's fine. I really
Sixers
do.
Nets. You want to talk about the Sixers Nets?
Nah, but you could talk about
Sixers
Miami. I do think that
Well,
the
that's the
if I'm
plan.
the if I'm the Celtics. Oh yeah, you're right. All right, so we can just move on then.
Yeah, we'll do that next week. After we know who won the play-in games.
Well, that's
So-
tomorrow. Is 2 of them, right?
Oh, the Heat and the Lakers play tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
That'll be
then
good.
the
Those are the
Bulls-
2 most intriguing players.
I'm gonna have to stay up late.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 most.
Until after my bedtime.
Yeah, that's what I hate about the freaking that LeBron's and Lakers is every game is at 9 o'clock.
Oh, you said something bad about LeBron James. Oh, damn.
There you go. Oh, your clock's up.
Yeah.
Go ahead and, if you can. We got 2 5-minute ones left.
Oh,
And then
give me-
clips.
Give me like 2 seconds.
Yeah. So our first 5-minute, I guess just put on 4. We'll talk for a minute while you do it.
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh,
That was
sweet.
quick.
Yeah, 5 seconds.
All right, so moving over into our 2 5-minute categories. The first one's going to be playing predictions, followed by NBA awards, specifically the MVP. Let's go ahead and just pull up the play-in games. So we'll talk about Tuesday's games first, and then followed by Wednesday's games. I know that the Lakers and the T-Wolves play. The T-Wolves just self-combusted at the end of
They
the
just
game in the regular
imploded,
season.
man.
I mean, Rudy Gobert's punching teammates. One dude broke his hand who guards LeBron, so he's out for the season.
McDaniels, yeah.
So he's out for basically the last time the T-Wolves and the Lakers played, he guarded LeBron. LeBron shot 7 for 19, and now he's not even going to be in this game. So it's a really big deal. And then outside of that, we got the Heat and the Hawks. But let's focus first on the Lakers and T-Wolves. The Lakers right now open up at 7.5-point favorites in LA. I think they cover. I think this game's smoked. Especially the good thing about the 7 and 8 seed game is, yeah, it's a must win, but there's got to be a piece of them that are like, all right, if we lose, we're still in, right? There's got to be something like that, because in the 9 and 10, it's do or die. You lose, you're done.
Yeah, right.
And then I'll talk about that in a second. I just thought of a clip, but yeah. So Lakers, T-Wolves, both are the 7 and 8 seed games. 9 and 10 play tomorrow. But so, do you got anything on the Lakers T-Wolves game?
I like the Lakers to win, especially because McDaniels, who's had a breakout season, who guards LeBron, won't be playing because he fractured his hand. They just have a lot of distractions right now with everything going on. We don't know if Rudy Gobert is going to be playing. If he doesn't, I mean, AD is just going to have his way on that. But yeah, I believe that LeBron and AD won't let them lose, especially because if you lose this game and you have to play another game, and if you're the 8 seed, your road to the Western Conference Finals is so much harder.
And
So
the T-Wolves backup center's out.
Yeah.
So if Rudy Gobert doesn't come, they don't even have a center. So
Well, they have
now you're talking about Karl Anthony Towns playing out of position, maybe.
right, and he's not going to be able to guard Anthony Davis. But
I agree.
I see the Lakers definitely winning this game. I really don't think there's much conversation to it, but my favorite story of this whole thing is, if you remember, Rudy Gobert tweeted at Draymond Green when he punched what's his face, Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
And then Draymond months later tweeted the same thing that Rudy Gobert tweeted last night
Because
he punched his teammate.
do you remember what it was?
We
I
can
can
look
look
it
it up
up.
on
It's
Twitter.
it's really funny, dude. But I just thought, man, Draymond just keeps receipts more than anybody in the league. I thought it was hilarious. And then obviously Rudy Gobert issued his apology out, but it was really funny. Maybe I can find it.
This is. That's he's talking about Draymond.
He said this is what Draymond Green tweeted. He said insecurity is always loud. ... And that's the same thing that Rudy Gobert tweeted. Yeah.
It's rough, bro.
And
Super
Rudy
rough.
Gobert, man, he's always got something to say. He's a goofy guy. I mean, remember when COVID was about to happen and he rubbed all the mics and everything?
Yeah. Well, that's started COVID.
Yeah.
He touched every mic.
Yeah. Like, it was just, he's a goof. He's a goofball.
That's funny, bro.
But-
Okay, then before we run out of time, Heat Hawks. Trae Young's had basically a down year. I like the Heat in that one. I like the Heat in that one by big. Oh, they're only 5-point favorites.
Yeah, I could see the Hawks winning, but I like the Heat. They're at home. Jimmy Butler, playoff Jimmy's about to be activated. And if you just look at the rosters, the Heat's a better roster, and I think that they're gonna win.
Yeah, I agree.
I think both home teams win. Now, but the thing is, what makes the Hawks scary is that Trae Young could get hot and have himself like 10 threes. So Trey
Yeah,
Young
but-
has the ability, like Steph Curry, that he can even as a little dude, he can carry a team in a game like that
Yeah.
and win.
Which
So-
for the reason that I don't like the Hawks in this one is mostly because they're been having problems with injuries lately. So the Heat, they're pretty much healthy. They just have Nikola Jovic, not Jokic, Jovic out.
Yeah.
Nikola Jovic. They all have the same names over there.
Yeah.
And then the Hawks, they have 5 players doubtful. Trey Young being one of them. You got Trey Young, DeJounte Murray, John Collins, Clint Capella, and Bogdanovic.
So their 4 best players are
Yeah,
doubtful.
and Bogdan is probably their 5th, really.
Oh,
So really, their 5 best players. Basically,
Yeah.
their starting lineup is questionable. So we'll see how that goes. Either way, somebody's got to be out outside of those teams. You would think, right?
Yeah, and yeah.
Outside, or
I think
with
that
most players.
you're didn't you say the Heat were gonna be the 1 seed before the season started?
No, I had
remember
the
that.
Heat making the finals.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I mean,
But if it does, I'm posting.
I think
that
they could
everywhere.
give. I think the Celtics have the worst first round matchup out of the top 3 seeds, but I still don't think that the Heat would take out the Celtics for
Now,
sure.
I think it was it last year or the year before that they lost in 5 to
They last year they were in the
Bucks,
Eastern.
right?
Last year they were in the Eastern Conference Finals with the Celtics and they won 7 games.
No, then it was the year before.
Yeah, they played the Bucks and lost in 5. The year before
Or they
that
get
was
swept.
COVID. They either got swept or lost in 5, but the year before that they beat the Bucks in 5 games.
Oh, sorry guys, we went a
So-
little bit over the 5 minutes there.
So, but yeah,
All right, moving over into NBA awards. Now, I don't know if me and Cameron actually disagree or if we're just going to pretend, but we're going to go into our NBA MVPs. So let me go ahead and get this. We got to get into clip mode here. So we got to get into clip mode. This is how the sausage is sausaged. Is that not how
this is
it
how the
goes?
sausage is processed.
Sausage is sausaged.
Sausage is processed.
All right, so Joel Embiid is my MVP for this season. He's the wait, sorry. All right, Joel Embiid is my MVP for this season. He leads the league in scoring. He has the most 30 or actually, he's the first player since the merger to average 33 and 10 rebounds in a season. He has the most 50-point games in a season as a center since Kareem. He's top 10. This is something that will get Cameron because people want to say that Jokic is kind of this all-around player when Embiid is top 10 in points, rebounds, and assists per game.
Whoa,
And then-
whoa. He ain't top 10 in assists. Ain't no shot.
According to this, he is.
No, that's no.
He's top 10
He
in
has like
points, rebounds, and assists per
3.5
game.
assists a game.
And, no.
Look, okay, let's look up his stats real
Just
quick.
look up top 10 assists. Just do that.
I'm just gonna look up his.
And then he's first in plus minus in the NBA, which is kind of what people like to go to with Jokic. So,
He has 4.2 assists per game. There's no way that's top 10.
and what is the third thing?
Maybe blocks. But that
Why do you say it like that?
blocks.
Maybe blocks.
I agree with you that Joel Embiid is MVP, but I can give a counter argument where
It is blocks.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
But
So he's top. Let me just read.
Oh my bad. My bad.
And Joel Embiid is top 10 in points, rebounds, and blocks per game. Thank you.
But I will
you.
give you this side of the argument. Jokic, when he's on the floor, they have the best offense in the NBA. When he's off the floor, they have the worst offense in the NBA. He averages a triple-double. And I understand that you think that doesn't matter, but in this case, it actually does matter. You know why? Because every time he has a triple-double, they win the game. They're undefeated when he has a triple-double. So when Jokic plays up to his averages, they win the ball game. So that when
It's not that I
when
don't
you
think
win,
it matters.
it matters.
It's not that I don't think it matters. It's when you look at the 4 seasons that there was a triple double, only one of them won MVP. So
Also-
it doesn't mean MVP automatically.
Also, I think the 76ers have a better team around Joel Embiid than Jokic does. And Jokic is the number 1 seed in the West. But I think that the 76ers have a better win total. I'm not
Okay,
sure. Or
how
the
about
same.
this? When you look at players, there's never been a player that has lost or got second 3 straight MVPs. There's never been.
Yeah,
a player.
you can't give the MVP to Jokic. I'm just saying, if you look at it in a single, this is how the MVP works. You can't give it to someone 3 times in a row unless they're playing out of their freaking mind and they deserve it. So I'm not saying that, but if you're just looking at it as a singular year, Jokic has an argument to be MVP.
Yeah. Well,
But I would
and then
still
also,
give it to Joel Embiid. It's like, it reminds me of 2018 when LeBron had his fantastic year, should have won MVP, played all 82 games, blew everybody out of the water in point totals, all that. But they gave the MVP to James Harden
because he should have
because he had the best record, the number 1 seed in the West, and he got second like 3 times before that. So eventually you got to give it to the guy. It's a lot like that.
That was a good take.
Yeah.
That was a good point, bro.
But
You have to get that right.
That was a good point, bro.
And that was brought to you by Good Point Bro and Good Point Bro Services.
Yeah, so, I mean, the thing that really impresses me about Embiid, though, is that 33 and 10 and that being the
He's
first
a
time since the
beast.
merger to do that. Not only that, I do believe that there's only been a handful, not even a handful of seasons that have averaged more points per game than Joel Embiid is this year. I know that I think it's actually Kobe, Harden, and Jordan.
Yeah.
Are the only players that average more points per game in a season, and he's doing it as a center, and he's shooting over 50%. So what are you going to
and
do?
he's shooting 33% from three, which is good for, obviously for a center. Yeah, to me, he's the MVP for sure. But Jokic does have an argument, even though he's stat pads.
Giannis
Shout out
has a
Kendrick
great
Perkins.
argument.
I'm
Giannis
sorry.
has an argument.
Yeah, Giannis has a good argument.
Yeah.
But I think Giannis has played the least games out of them too.
I guess what I would say about the
Jokic has
MVP
played
is then
69 games and Embiid's played 66. That's not a big enough difference to me
I
to
think
really affect it.
Giannis
honestly.
has only played like 61 or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Giannis has played the least, but I think 66, 69 games, that's
Yeah.
not a big enough game difference to me to be a big factor. So,
Yeah, I think that there's a great case for all three guys to win MVP, but when it comes down to it, once a guy gets second multiple times in a row,
Yeah, you
in
gotta give it to
NBA
him.
history, you always give it to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah,
And it's
you
time to
got to.
give Embiid his flowers.
Yeah.
I don't even think he's ever
It-
been
it-
first team All NBA. Like, give the dude
it
the
would
MVP.
be a disgrace to the game of basketball if Jokic won MVP. It would be terrible. 33-10, most dominant player, way better defender, top 3 seed in the East, which is a better conference.
All
I'm
right,
giving it to
so
him.
moving over into our 2 clips. So at the end of every episode, we're going to do 2 clips, which is either a game or whatever TikTok likes. So we're going to start off with our top 5 players in NBA history. Do you know yours off rip? Or?
Yeah, I do. People ain't going to like this.
Is it your true like?
Yes.
Are you doing 5-1?
All I'm going to say for mine is I think that okay, yeah. Here, hold on one second.
You think that what?
I think that it hurts somebody when you play with another great player, like majorly. Like I
So like the Magic Kareem thing is
yes,
bothering
it bothers me, man. Like when you have 2 of those,
you? No, you're
it's
good.
it hurts you, bro. Like don't you think?
I think Kareem's still top 3.
I don't. I think he's the top 3. I think he's top 3 like his whole career, counting college and
Wait, you said. Run that by me again. Say that again.
I think it hurts you when you played with another like top 10 player in NBA history. Like it hurts your legacy almost. Like the best player LeBron's played with is Dwayne Wade, top 30 player. You know, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, top 30 player ever. Magic Johnson, Kareem, top 10 player ever. Shaq, Kobe, top 10 player ever. I think when you played with someone that freaking good, dude, it hurts. It hurts you.
Well, go ahead and say your top 5.
I don't
Go ahead
know
and say your-
what it's showing me right now. Okay. Hold up.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute.
All right, I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
do
go
mine.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
All right. All right, this is my top 5 players in NBA history. At number 1, I have the GOAT.
Do 5-1.
Okay. I'll
Yeah, do that. Do that. Do
I'll
that.
do that. All right, here are my top 5 players in NBA history. At number 5, you have the guy from the Lake Show, LeBron James. I'm
Number
just playing.
5.
I'm just
All
playing.
right, chill.
All right, for real now. Here are my top 5 players in NBA history. At number 5, I have Magic Johnson. At number 4, I have Bill Russell. At number 3, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. At number 2, LeBron James. And at number 1, the GOAT, Michael Jordan.
All right, here is my top 5 NBA players of all time. Number 5, I got Shaq, had one of the best peaks of all time. Just a straight beast. I think peak is more important than longevity, but we can get into that, whatever.
That is so crazy that you think that.
The number 4, no, I think longevity is part of it, but I think
Because
peak is the most
Jordan's
important.
peak is the best.
Yeah, but
ever.
LeBron's peak is a little under it. So, okay, whatever. The 4th best player ever is Magic Johnson.
Start over.
greatest point guard ever. Yada yada yada. 6'9". Number 3, the third best player in NBA history is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He won one without Magic Johnson, so I gotta put him over. He won with the Bucks in '72. Number 2 is Michael Jordan, and number 1 is LeBron James.
All right,
The
let's do
king.
that one more time. I just want to try it, and we're gonna go like 5-5 because you did sway my judgment a little. I do like one of the things you said.
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll go back through it, but we're gonna go my 5, then your 5, then my 4, then your 4.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And just look at the camera.
Yeah.
Look at each other.
All right.
Just look at me.
All right. We'll try it. Okay. Anyway.
No, don't do that.
All right. So here are our top 5 players in NBA history for my number 5.
All right.
All right. Here are our top 5 players in NBA history. At number 5 for me, I got Bill Russell.
Trash. At number 5, wait, what do I say?
You're number 5.
At number 5, I got Shaq, most dominant peak maybe ever.
All right. At number 4, I have Magic Johnson.
At number 4, I also have Magic Johnson.
At number 3, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
At number 3, I got Kareem.
At number 2, I have LeBron James.
At number 2, I got Mike.
Trying to first name.
I ain't gonna call him MJ.
At number 2, wait, I said that.
Yeah.
All right. At number 1, I have the GOAT, Michael Jordan.
All right, restart. I'm restart it. Restart it.
What?
I'm taking Magic out.
What? Why?
I got to. I'm taking Magic out.
You know what I'm going to do that's going to make people mad?
What?
All right.
I'm taking Magic out.
All right, you guys are
I don't know
really,
why,
you guys,
but-
okay. You guys are really seeing how the sausage is made now because we're for real just coming up with our top 5s on the
I
spot.
disrespect Magic, but I'm gonna do it. I'm disrespecting him. I'm gonna do it.
All right. Here are our top 5 players in NBA history. Starting for me at number 5, I got Kobe Bean Bryant.
At number 5, I got Shaq.
At number 4, Magic Johnson.
At number 2, I got whoa. At number 4, I got Kobe Bryant.
Really?
Yeah,
You stole that from me, bro.
I got Kobe. I was gonna do it before. Kobe, you got to give it because he won one more than Shaq. He had the 2 with Powell.
At number 3, I got Kareem.
At number 3, I got Kareem.
At number 2, LeBron James.
At number 2, I got Michael Jordan.
And at number 1, I have the GOAT, the Bulls legend, Michael Jordan.
And at number 1, I got the King James. Best player ever.
All right, and we got one more clip for you guys. This one's going to be guess the NBA player solely based on their stats. So, Cameron, are you excited? You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, you're locked.
Let's go. I'm good. Oh, I want Adam to be hype. I'm really
All
good
right.
at these. I'm really
All right.
good at these.
All right, so I have 3 NBA players. Cameron's going to try to guess. Okay, I have 3 NBA players. Cameron's going to try to guess who they are based on their stats alone. First up, this player averages 28.3 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 4.4 assists.
28.3 points. 4 and 4. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Negative.
No.
You get 3 guesses per.
28. That's a lot. It's not Kevin Durant. He has
No.
higher assists and rebounds. Trey, no, and he has more assists. Dude, I'm stumped. Who is it?
It is Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. This player averages 22.9 points, 5.9 rebounds, and 5.3 assists.
22.9 points, 5 point. Dude, this is hard, dude.
Dang, man.
What?
0 for 2.
I mean, this is you don't understand how hard this is.
I
I'm
do,
guessing
I
off
do.
stats.
Yeah, no, it's hard.
James Harden? No, he averages like 10 assists. Klay Thompson?
That
Who
is
it?
Jimmy Butler.
Oh.
And the last one. This player averages 13 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 3.5 assists.
Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah.
All right. We got.
I think the Klay Thompson was a good guess.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was a good guess.
We're at 40.
Okay. All right. So that's all for the Good Point Bro podcast, episode number 57. Let us know if you guys like that format. It was pretty fun for me. Was it fun for you?
Yeah, I liked it.
All right, so go check us out on Instagram at goodpoint.bro or on goodpointbro, on TikTok at goodpoint.bro. As you guys know, on YouTube at the Good Point Bro podcast. Check out our other channel, the Boss Master Fresh Pick'ems, Good Point Bro picks. You'll see it at the bottom of our page. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next one, okay?
Peace.
Later.